Hi! It's 2,500 pesos. So at least now it's all in one email. So I did have to ask for help. The option is to bend. Boiling some water, and yes, my kettle is in the toilet, and no, that is not mayonnaise or yogurt, in case you're wondering. I asked for extra conditioner. I was gonna say yogurt. That's conditioner. Right now I'm gonna be making myself some tea just to wake up, because I did wake up extra early this morning just in case the swabbers come here at 7 a.m. but they ended up coming here at 2 p.m. So that's good, because the last time I had my swab test in my other quarantine hotel, which was Seda Makati, they came, and you won't believe what time. They came at like 7 p.m, which was very late. But if you think about it, the last call that they'll be knocking on your door is around 10 p.m. So don't be nervous in case you don't know what time they'll show up. It's just kind of how it works. They don't really tell you what time. It's kind of like a surprise, you know. Surprise, we're here! Swabby time, get your nose ready. So with PADLAB, it's 100% they will show up. So this is my tea. I like having my tea black with milk, no sugar. And I love my mug. This is all the way from Scotland. It's all the beautiful places that there's a Scottish flag. It's all the beautiful places that you can visit when you're there. In case you were wondering how much the PCR test costs, it's 2,500 pesos. If you're a senior or if you have PWD, you will get a discount, but just don't forget to present your ID and the card. Also, I think I forgot to mention in the previous video, my transportation going here cost 1,500 pesos. I arranged it directly with the hotel, which is I'm staying at the Picasso Hotel Makati, and so far my stay has been very, very great. I love that I can see pedestrians just there. It makes me feel a little bit more cozy, and most especially I love this tree here. It's actually right in front of my room. And my last quarantine hotel, I was on the 23rd floor, so there was no sign of life because I was so up in the air. There certainly weren't any trees like this. So there are more trees there. And I honestly love nature. I think it's because I grew up in the city, so now I'm looking for the trees, the ocean, just, you know, the proof of like fresh air and life. And so it's one thing to note that if you want to stay in the lower floor, I suggest booking at the Picasso, or there are other hotels as well. You might as well just call and find out at what floor you'll be staying in. So I actually didn't think that staying on a high floor would be a problem, but unfortunately during my stay there was a massive earthquake, and so the floor was swaying, and ever since then, if I was gonna quarantine in a hotel, I would prefer to stay in the lower floor. So now all I have to do is wait for the results of my PCR test. Another thing to note is that I'm so happy now because the procedure is much easier, the process. The moment you get the results in your email, that's it. You're all good to leave the hotel, assuming you're negative. So before, when I was quarantined in Makati as well, after getting the results, I had to wait for another email from the Bureau of, I have to double check, the Bureau of Quarantine. So at least now it's all in one email. I believe if you want to check for the status of the results, you have to go to onehealthpass.com.ph, and you have to input your QR code or the reference number, and you'll see if your results are there. So it's much easier now. So That's a good thing. Now it's just a waiting game, and I'm very, very, very much excited to be able to go home. And I'm looking forward to a negative result for COVID. It's day 6 of my supposedly 5-day quarantine, and my PCR test results are not out yet. It's 1:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna check back with you in the morning when I finally get up. So fingers crossed once again for a negative PCR test result. The hustle and bustle outside. There seems to be a lot more cars now because it's Monday. I'm seeing a lot more cars, but this is not really busy for what it used to be. It's still the pandemic, so I don't see any traffic. I'm finally awake, and I have to say I did struggle to sleep last night, and that's the honest truth. It's because of So I did have to ask for help. I couldn't close the sliding door. It's ridiculous. So the man you just saw there, someone sent him up from the front desk, and he brought like a screwdriver. I don't know if you noticed, and he just had to like do stuff to it, so there's absolutely no way for me to close this sliding door without his help. So I'm just gonna sanitize, since he held it, with disinfectant spray, which is also from the hotel. But going back to today is my 6th day. I did receive finally an email from PADLAB. I couldn't sleep last night. I was really struggling to sleep, thinking, oh, what if the email's there? What if the email's there? I woke up probably 5 times. So I went to bed around midnight-ish. Woke up 1, woke up 2:30, 3:30. Just literally every hour I was waking up until finally around 5 a.m. this morning, it finally got through. And since 5 a.m. I wasn't able to go back to bed anymore.